Wonderful. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Jessica, for having me like co-train with you on Exotica. Absolutely love this supply.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on last minute and helping me out. So,
Oh, no problem. No problem. This is one that I actually was working on with my team yesterday. So it's kind of fresh in my mind. I hopefully that it will be beneficial to all of you. So yeah, Exotica. There's so much to learn in this, and I don't know, what you have in store for a training. Um, Jessica, but I'll just go over a little bit of the private label, and then I'll also go over a little bit of groups. Is that okay?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. So, if you guys register in the back office, right? You go to your back office, you go to Travel Cafe, and then you look in for your suppliers. Exotica will be there. Go ahead and do all the things you need to do to register for that, and then you should get this type of um, portal. Okay, so this will be a portal. Now it looks pretty unassuming. You're like, well, where do I get started? It looks like a customer facing page, right? Well, one thing you need to note is that if you are signed in as an agent, you will have a green bar at the bottom here. And in that green bar, it'll probably say your name. So that means that you're in. So go here as travel advisors. This will help you go to your dashboard. Okay. I know it's probably not like intuitive, but trust me, go ahead and press on travel advisor. And then guess what? Ta da! It takes you into your dashboard. So this is the dashboard, and we're going to go into private label. So private label, the reason why I was asked to do this is because you get to show your own affiliate link and your own personalized website. So basically, Exotica is saying, we want to give you, Angela, you, Jessica, you, Unani, we want to give you a private label to our site. So that's amazing, right? So first thing you're going to need to do, I've already done it, but you're going to need to set it up. So when you first go into private label, you're going to need to set it up. Now, you might ask, what if you don't see this private label under tools? Then you need to reach out to your business development manager to request it. Okay. You can also go to contact us in Exotica and just put in your information. You do not need a booking number and request it. Say, I would like to have access to private label on my dashboard. Okay. Just simply do that. And then all of a sudden you'll get an email saying it should be done. And they're pretty quick about it because they really want you guys to be able to sell that. Okay. So go ahead, you can upload a photo, a logo, whatever you like, and then you can put in your name and your phone number, and your email address is defaulted to whatever you put in when you registered with that supplier. So if you don't like the name you register with the supplier, then you're going to need to change that with Archer, and then it will be changed. Okay. So now you have all of that information, save changes. So you're fully loaded. So that means you can click here and a couple before we hit website, I want to show you that this is your personalized website. So you can copy this. Let's say you have a website. Okay, you have your own personalized website. Then you can upload this URL into that personalized website, and you can it'll show Exotica. Okay, so I'm going to show you that really quickly. If I my company name is Travel Agility, so if I go in Google and go in Travel Agility, this is my site, and this is one of the first things, like explore the world, full package tours. That's what Exotica offers. I click on that, ta-da! This is Travel Agility branded site, okay, with Exotica. This is so awesome. So it has my contact information here. Drop down, you're going to have your phone number, email address, and my branding. Now, this red bar, don't worry about it. The only reason why it's coming up is because it knows that I'm the travel advisor. I'm signed in with this IP address, and it's like, hey, you can't make a booking on this site. So, but if my customers would never see this red bar saying warning. So they could go in and actually type in from A to Z, from literally typing in Japan and then going into a whole portal and paying without me even knowing. This is how we make money in our sleep. Okay, guys? So I'm sure Jessica's going to show you how to use Exotica, but I am telling you, this private label is a game changer. So you might ask, like, well, how do I leverage that, right? If we're going to put these links out there and say Black Friday sale, and you're going to put these links out into social media, you can put them in, on flyers, whatever you want, QR codes, guys. Like, this is, sky's the limit with this. I would say if you have something like this, you could actually just right click. Let's see if it allows us to do it. Right click on the page and create a QR code. Ta-da! Right. Literally, guys, you can take this QR code and plop it on a flyer. And then someone's going by the coffee shop and going, what is this? What, tour the world? Let me see. Click on it, and there's your Exotica page. It's loaded in their phone now. So guess what happens when they're like, yeah, I did see something about Japan a couple of weeks ago. What was that? Your site will stay in their phone, right? Even if they get off of it, it'll stay in their phone. So Exotica has made this amazing tool for us to be able to use again and again, really leveraging our sales with them. So that is a little bit about the private label and how to use it. So we have the personalized site here. I would definitely encourage you guys to sign up for the training. Because they go over the whole thing a little more in depth than what I am doing now. But you are definitely welcome to go in your back office and sign up for that training and then generate a link. So this is generating an actual link. So if someone said, Angela, I want to go and explore the destination of, I think I mentioned Japan. So let's just do Japan. So they click Japan, we click Japan, and they want a personalized link. So we kind of talked on the phone, and maybe they're thinking about a 9-day. So I can take this link. That would be if I weren't already on my personalized site. Let's say it was the consumer facing site. So the consumer facing site, you're on it or they have it. Hey, send me a link or something like that. You could take this actual link and plop it in this generator. So you paste the link in there and it'll generate your personalized link. So I don't use it that much, but that's what it's for. Most times I just push out my actual website. But the fact that they can book it from A to Z, literally pay for it and everything without even reaching out to you is awesome. You will receive an email once that's booked saying, hey, someone booked, and Exotica's commission is pretty great. So any questions about private label before I get into groups? Anything in Facebook?
Nope.
Any questions in there? All right. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to go on to a little bit in groups. I absolutely love groups. So, and Exotica is wonderful to work with. So if we press the group booking here in the back in our dashboard, it kind of gives us a little bit of an idea of what they offer. So it offers really maximum commissions. You can do flights. So with Exotica, I don't know if many of you know it, especially for you new agents out there, Exotica offers flights, hotels, transfers, transportation. Like, it is a full service provider. Can you customize your tours? No, the tours that they have in place are pretty much the ones that your clients would have to do. But if someone's saying, I don't know what I want to do in Japan, I would love to go to Japan, this is the product for them, right? And they're open to whatever. This is something that would be great. So not only can you get you book and get good commission, you can also get perks. So one of them is having a TC credit for every 20 people in the group. Um, so if you have 20 people, then you get one credit. So that means you can go on the trip, or you could earn up to 50% TC discount as well. Okay. Well, on the 10 to 19. But let's say I have a group going to Greece in October next year. And I have 40 people going. So my goal was 40 people, double occupancy, right? So that's even if I did 20 rooms, that gives at double occupancy, right? That gives me 40 people. So I did that strategically, and now my husband and I can go, right? So 20, 20. All right. So now that's a great way to get leverage and go on these trips with your groups, guys. And so I would really encourage you to think about that. Now you might go, well, that's a lot of work, or maybe there's a full deposit. I heard that Exotica, you need 60% up front. Well, not with groups, not with groups. So they, like I said, they do air, and they'll do the land only portion of it, and then you can be able to do the flights later. Okay, so most times when suppliers need the upfront cost, that's because the airfare cost is baked into that. So Exotica takes out the airfare, puts it on the side, and they deal with group airfare later, and they give you the land only pricing, and then they give your group 45 days to give a deposit. Okay. So your day one, you get the quote, you show it to your client. They have like 7 days to accept it. Um, once they accept the quote, now the clock starts from 7 to 45 days. That's when you have to lock it in. So think about it. From 7 to 45 days, they don't have to give a deposit. They're telling all their group, whether it be a church group, whether it be pickleball, whatever it may be, they're telling their group and sending out the flyers and really getting people engaged and telling them the deposit, guys. You might think, okay, well, what would that deposit be? $250 per person. You see that? $250 per person. $500 non-refundable deposit. That's it. Okay, so this is really helpful, especially these packages are two, three, $4,000, but they only need 250. So I'm going to show you a little bit of an example of what that looks like. So I got a quote today, actually, for 2027 Portugal, Spain and Portugal. So I have a group going for an 80th birthday. Guys, Exotica's such a great supplier. They created this itinerary for me. I sent this URL link to my client, and I didn't even do it. I didn't make this up. So you click on enter, and look at that. Look how beautiful that is, right? They can download it. It tells them the price per person. All I did was submit the group form and say, this is all the things my client wants. And they created this itinerary for me. This is beautiful. Like, I didn't have to come up with this. And so look, they have, if we keep scrolling, you can click on day 2. What are they going to do? They're going to be in Lisbon. Day 3, what are they doing? Like, all of this is all the options for my client. So they get to enjoy this great itinerary that I didn't even, while I'm doing something else, right? So I think Exotica is a great partner because they do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. That's already curated and itineraries ready to go. And then you have someone working with your group the entirety. So I have a group in October 2026 that I've been working with one person the entire time. I go back and forth with him in emails. If I need to change anything, if I have any requests, if my clients have any questions, I have that full service availability to one person that's working on my trip. Right. So I would encourage you guys to use it because it's a time saver. good in commission. The deposits are low. And for my October 2026 trip, we're not even talking about airfare yet. I've got all my deposits in, and now I'm just working. Now my clients are like, do I make payments? And I can tell them, sure, you can make payments now if you want to, or you can wait until 60-day, I think what is it, 120 days prior to travel. So I encouraged some people. I said, hey, and when you get that Christmas bonus, you can put some of that towards the trip. When you get your taxes, you can put some of that towards the trip. This makes it a lot more, real, like not stress free for my clients, right? Now, there's some people are like, dude, money blows a hole through my hand. I need to make a payment. I'm like, okay. So I have them submit that through my CRM, and then I make that payment for them. Okay. But otherwise, we can take payments later. So this is a little more of a creative financing that you just want to make sure that you have them in the dates, and you're actually managing your clients and saying, okay, guys, we're almost to final payment. I need those payments in, of course, like those type of things. So that's up to us to manage, but it is pretty open and stress free for everyone to kind of figure out when they'd like to make their payments, as long as they have 60% of it up to, I think it's a little 180 days before travel, and then final payment is due 120 days before travel. So, but the agent that works with you in groups will explain all of this to you. They do a lot of hand holding. They do the heavy lifting. So I highly recommend you even think about doing groups, even if it's your own group, right? If you don't know how many people, you don't have a client that's going to do a group, start with your own. Jump in and experience it yourself, so that you can get a taste for how this supplier works and be able to sell the product first. So you can definitely be a product of the product with Exotica. Any questions with that? No? Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Jessica, for giving me some time here. And I'll be happy to stay on if you have any questions for me.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much for helping us out,
You're welcome.
especially last minute. So, I'm going to just go ahead and hop in, and I'm just going to cover regular trips. Angela took care of the affiliate link and the groups, and I appreciate that so much. So, let me go ahead and share my screen. I do have to pull up the site real quick. I X'd out getting on here, so let me just, oops. All right. Okay, so we are in. Did I log in here? Oh, yes, I'm logged in. Perfect. So, like Angela said, here's your dashboard. I have not booked any, as you can see. I'm just getting into working with Exotica and different other tours as well. But I have been to Exotica in Chicago. They do the road tours for the last 2 years, and I've attended that event 2 years in a row, and it's been amazing. I was just there like last month, I believe it was. And so I'm just going to talk a little bit about the different how to book, things like that. So let me get onto this screen. We're just going to pull up a trip here real quick. Angela kind of showed about how groups, and they're, pretty much the same way. It's just you're just booking for, maybe a couple people instead of a big group. And Exotica is amazing. Like she said, they will work with you. You're working with one person at a time, one agent, and they're helping you with every single thing aspect of the trip. Okay. So we're just going to look up. I live close to Indianapolis, so therefore Indianapolis always pops up because that's the closest airport. And let's just pull up maybe like Ireland. I sent a client a quote for Ireland, and they absolutely loved it. But unfortunately, her dad got sick. So now we are on to trying to rebook her and her friend. So for maybe Scotland. So, let's just try August 26th. That's a year out from now, or close to it. Ireland is a very popular place. And right now, the Black Friday, you saw that 70% off, like that is up to a 70 probably, because I see this one is 50% off, 30% off, and so on. So, I'm sure it just depends, but the Black Friday deals are starting, okay? Let's just do this Northern Ireland in 7 days. A week is good. You can see as you, oops, I clicked too quick. Sorry, guys. Let's see if it takes me back. I may have just got too excited. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, it tells you solo traveler, group tours. It offers both. This one is good for nature, couples, fall, culture, spring, summer, senior. It tells you what exactly type of trip this trip is going to be perfect for, what type of people, or clients. Okay, so, and it will tell you all the different locations they're going to go to. Okay, you got Dublin, Belfast, all these places, okay? So there's so many different options with them. I just cannot say enough about Exotica, like enough good things. It's just amazing. Oh, Ireland was amazing. Yes, yes, absolutely. I ended up sending another couple to Ireland and they just had the best time. It was a birthday trip. So Ireland is amazing. It's highly recommended. So we're going to just go ahead and see the trip, $13.99 per person. Okay. $233 per night. That, I mean, you're not going to get that anywhere else. Okay. So let's see the trip. And here is Giant's Causeway. That was highly recommended by my client. They loved it. Um, so let's see here. Get first pick of once a year prices. Exactly. But Black Friday sales are on. Right now's the time for you to get your clients booked because they're going to get a good deal and you're going to start booking with Exotica. Okay. And, if you're looking for something maybe, that isn't on here, go to a different one. They have so many different options for the for every country, Yeah, guides are great. Exactly. Are these all vetted and trusted tour? Yes, they are trusted tours. They started in Barcelona and they have just grew so much, and highly recommended. If you go and look at their reviews, you can see right here, excellent reviews. Okay. Um, so you can kind of see what people are saying about this specific tour. Great first trip with Exotica. Exactly as advertised on their website, all the hotels were up to par and very clean, and breakfast in all hotels were very good. Our tour guide of Dublin, Michael, was very informative about the city, and our tour guide around Ireland, Bill Murray, went above and beyond. Perfect. Okay. And you can go through every single one is, I mean, just very good reviews. Okay. And you can also, I think this is, oh, shoot, I don't even know how I got here. Oh my goodness. Yes, and this is like they have trusted, what's it called? Trust Pilot, I think is what it's called. Which is very common nowadays for people to rate on, okay? So we're gonna just kind of, go through here, just kind of like we're just doing a booking, okay? Just to show you how easy it is. So it's going to tell you everything about the trip right here, what's included, um, the accommodations, and on the accommodations, okay, they have different cat what would be the right word? Categories, maybe like where if you want like just the standard room, nothing nothing extraordinary, anything like that, then they have that option. If you want to upgrade a little more, they have those options as well. Okay, if you kind of like a better place to stay. But I can tell you that just with the standard place that they put in, it is very, very nice. Highly recommended. Okay. No one complains about it. So it's going to tell you, the trip highlights, what's included, availability. It'll tell you when these trips are available. So this one, it's till November because that's when it's in season. Okay. They have available group tours and, even solo travelers can go. Okay. And up to one night, you can add up to one night on your stay. Say you want to arrive a night early or you want to stay a day later. Okay, that option is available as well. The charm, that's the categories. That's what I was referring to this. So in this price, the charm is included, which that's the different categories of the room. Okay. Um, let's click on that. See, here's the different categories: charm, superior, luxury. All right. So, different options for different folks here. So that's always nice because everybody's budget is different. Okay. And what their expectations are different as well. So it tells you the itinerary, just like Angela was saying, okay? It's going to walk you through exactly what you're going to get the first day, the second day, and you can read more. Um, I guess there isn't more on that one, but it's going to tell you exactly what you're going to do. You're going to arrive at the Dublin airport, meet your driver, and transfer to your hotel. And the thing I love the most about Exotica is they have time built in almost every evening for you to just go out on your own and do what you want. I love that because a lot of times people, they just don't like to do the tours because they want their own time. They don't want every second of every day just packed full. That just might be too much for them. So that's the one thing I love about Exotica. And the fact that the flights are included. You just do not get that in every tour company. Okay. Usually you have to book the tour and, it comes with the hotels and activities and so on. And then you have to book your flight separately. Okay. So I love that you can just do it all together. It's a time saver. Okay. And here's the accommodation that they're going to put you in. Okay, so, very nice place, even with just the standard room, as we call it. They have different names, but I mean, this is just nice. Okay. And it even gives you reviews on this hotel. So that's amazing because you can see exactly what you're getting into before you book your client or what they're getting into. I'm sorry. And then, here it goes on the third day, and it's just going to tell you every single place that you're going to be staying. Okay. and every single activity you're going to be doing. All the fees are included. Well, for the most part, there are some transfers that are not included, but typically most of them are. Oh, yes. Booked Superior when you went to Europe. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to go on down. We're on to day 7. Another thing I like about Exotica is that it's going to tell you when the best price is. Okay. Like what other tour supplier is going to tell you what dates are the best price? Okay. So as you can see, September 2026, it's telling you on the 13th is the best price. So let's kind of go through here. And then also we have October. So we're gonna go with October because, well, that's less. So I'm trying to get a good deal for my client. Yes, I want to make money, but they pay great commission. So we're just gonna click on that one. We can confirm our dates, and it's gonna bring up all the pricing information. We got it for 2 passengers. And here it says, let's see here, $3,798 for 2 people. Okay. For 7 days. That's just amazing. Okay. I don't know anywhere else you would be able to get that. Okay. So you can either choose double room with 2 beds or one shared bed, okay? Or you can even do 2 single rooms, which you're just adding $100 per person. They offer a non-refundable coverage, but you can also purchase the Flex for $99 per person, and you can cancel for any reason before the date that they give, of course, which it looks like it's pretty close. This was October 25th. So 1 month before you can they can cancel for any reason. Now I'm sure I know there's going to be some penalties, because by this point in time they've already paid out the 60% commission, okay? And then they paid that out pretty quickly, like almost immediately. Angela, is it within 30 days? How does that work?
The commission
Yes.
on the individual bookings, it is, I think, um, within 30, yes, within
Yeah,
30 days.
that's
Yes.
what I thought. It's been a month since I've been there to the
Yeah.
presentation, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I was telling correctly. So yeah, a month, within 30 days. That's pretty much like instant commission, okay? And
Right.
Exotica does call it instant commission,
Yeah.
okay?
And that's because your clients are paying 60% of that trip cost up front. So that's
Exactly.
why you're able to get your commission so quickly.
Exactly. And if you look, due today, $2,278.80, okay? And then pay later 40% of the $1,519.20, okay? And another thing I like about this, you can download the itinerary, okay? So let's just do that real quickly. And then I'll pull up that itinerary that we downloaded so y'all can see that as soon as it goes. Sometimes when I'm on trainings, things run a little bit slower. So we'll give that a minute. But it tells you what all it includes, the baggage, the departure. I mean, just everything. They have thought of literally everything, okay? Um, let's see if this came up. Mm, This might be it. Hold on, let's see. Yes. Okay. So these are amazing. I love these flyers, okay? I have put these on my business page before. I have sent them to my clients because it allows them to see what exactly is going to be included, what they're getting, just everything about the trip. Okay. It breaks it down. And my clients just love it, okay? Because they're like, wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. It tells me everything I need to know. It tells me what's included, what's not included. Even will go in and tell if there's upgrades available, okay? I'm not sure if the, oh, yep, see, Irish evening dinner and dance show. It's available, okay? So that means they can upgrade to that. And it even tells you exactly what to expect right here. You know, light, moderate, active, challenging. It tells you what to expect. They're going to know. And then shows you the category, the charm. Okay. I just love it. I can't say enough about them. I could go on forever. Okay. And then the flights, here's the flights. And of course, this is from Indianapolis. So, every airport, it's going to, vary just a little bit. Um, so, and it says checked luggage not included. Okay. So they're going to know they're going to have to purchase some checked luggage if they're going to take checked luggage with them. Okay. Here's where you can, the bedding, this is what's included, cancellation price. I mean, just everything is included, all the activities. I just love it. And then, of course, at the end, the pricing, of course. And then here it offers the quote breakdown, what it does not include. Okay. I love that part because that's what people ask for. Well, that's great that all this is included, but what's not included, So this part, it allows you to state exactly what's not included. And then here's some important information about visas and all that information because every country has their own rules about what's needed to travel to that company or that country, not company. Sorry about that. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions on that part? Okay. All right, no questions. Great. Let's move on. So we're going to hit continue because now we're back on to the booking. All right. And then it's just so simple. You're going to put in your email and phone number, continue, and then you're going to go through and start entering in the client's names, okay? And then here's the daily itinerary. You're going to hit continue, which I'm not going to be able to do that. And then you're going to go through and do the payment page, of course. All right. And just like we discussed, you're able to make payments, 60% upfront. And then you just have to have the rest paid by this July 27th. So they give you lots of time as long as you plan them accordingly and give plenty of time. Okay. And another thing I want to go over is let me get to where I need to be here. I think it's right here. Let's see, where partner rewards. So they have a rewards. Okay. This is not the right place. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, here it is. So the program tiers. So every time you book with them, you start earning like kind of like loyalty. Okay. So right here from first booking, you're going to earn 16%. Is is that right? Yeah. TA discount. No, 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 that's wrong. Sorry. Seems right though. Okay, yeah, 16% discount. And I think that's the commission. That's what I thought it was. Let's look here. Okay, yeah, that took me to the wrong spot. So, what I know about it, I don't have my notebook here from the events, but every time you book, you start putting yourself into a different tier, okay? So, whenever you book so many dollars, let's get back to that. It took me off of this. Sorry, guys. Okay. Climb the rewards ladder. Okay. They have milestone commissions, top up commissions for every booking, and special discounts. And just like Angela said, you can go ahead and get yourself a trip because their perks are just amazing, just for booking with them. So you have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Okay. This is how much you book in 12 months. Okay. So you're just in this like bronze for until 50,000 per year. And then you move on over to silver. $50,000 per year to book. It sounds like a lot, but if you're booking groups like Angela's booking, okay, then it's going to add up very quickly. Um, and then it goes so on, and you get like bonus commissions here. The silver, you get an extra $500, okay, and then gold $1,000, platinum $2,000, and diamond $10,000. Just because of the fact you're booking so much with them, and they really appreciate that. And I can't really remember how the top up commission works. But I believe you get like 25% commission instead of the 16 or the 20 um, once you get to these statuses, okay? I just wanted to share that because, these are really different things, really amazing things. And then they have the facts here. If you have questions, you can click on these. It may answer your questions, and they are amazing to work with, okay? They are going to answer your questions every single bit of the way. All right, does anyone have any questions? Um, Angela, do you think I missed anything that we should probably cover here?
No, I think you did amazing. Thank you for that. You definitely covered all the individual aspects of it, how to book with them. I just think the biggest differentiator is the fact that when it's a individual booking, they're going to have to pay that 60% upfront. And then if it's a group booking, then they have the ability to make payments or just have the deposit only. So
Exactly. So I appreciate you guys all coming on here. If you guys have any questions, please throw them in the chats before we hop off here. And that way we can answer those. If not, you guys are welcome to leave, and you guys all have a wonderful evening. All right.
bye, guys.
Bye.